parking dito.
In the Oscar-winning Best Picture of 1973, that was the... If you drop something of value off the side of the tram, or have any sound or video air effects, sudden tram movements, and many water effects, you'll want to have your cameras out for great photos. Premiered December 22nd, 1942. So this past about a week ago, we marked the 90th anniversary of the release of The Mummy. 90-year-old, The Mummy is 90 years old. The movie, not Imhotep, he's thousands of years old. I tell him he doesn't look a century over 5,000. But anyway, I get very busy here on the Universal lot. You're going to see lots of growth and expansion happening at happening facilities. And the majority of our 36 sound stages inside these buildings, we can create any environment that the story demands or that the script calls for. That is, if the production even has a script or story. We do some non-scripted and reality shows here, like the front lot is home to Stage 1, where Kelly Clarkson tapes her daytime talk show, The Kelly Clarkson Show, which airs weekdays at NBC. Kelly Clarkson is also sometimes a coach on the reality series The Voice, which for a while was taping inside Stage 12 ahead of us here. Stage 12 is currently undergoing some of its own updates. So for now, the production of The Voice is happening elsewhere on the lot. It was in there that all the following sequences were shot. Never Have I Ever comes to us by way of creator, producer, writer Mindy Kaling. It is a Universal series which streams on Netflix and the stores putting the numbers back on them really soon. The first two stages are stages 18 and 19. The 16 and 17, they're being used for Based on a True Story, or BOATS, B-O-A-T-S, with Keely Karoko. That's coming to Peacock. And the last two stages here are stages 18 and 19 being used for season 2 of another Peacock streaming series. There's movie stars in the world right now. These little yellow jelly bean guys that talk gibberish. Illumination, the Minions. Illumination Entertainment Next Exit. So Illumination Entertainment is one of our sources of animated content. They brought the Minions back to the big screen in Minions: The Rise of Gru. I wasn't kidding when I said that some of the people did Ted, the star of the Ted movies, and also Grab Your Thunder Buddy. Guess who's getting his own series coming to Peacock? That's right, Ted the Teddy Bear. Inside these other bungalows are the offices of some of the other top production companies in the business. Mark Platt is the producer of the Broadway hits Wicked and Dear Evan Hansen. He's got an office here. And coming soon from Mark Platt and Universal, the Wicked movies. You heard that right, his company, who, along with Universal and Blumhouse Productions, recently brought us a new adaptation of Stephen King's Firestarter with Zac Efron and Michael Greyeyes. That bungalow was also once the working space and sides of buildings. We found that for filming purposes, that's very often all we need to build, only what the camera can see. In the TED series, these sets will be appearing as Boston and areas near Boston, like Framingham, Massachusetts, in the early 90s for the TED series. And these sets double for numerous cities in different time periods. Brownstone Street, seen in Coogan's Bluff with Clint Eastwood, Change of Habit with Elvis, The Sting with Robert Redford, End of Days with Arnold, Mystery Men with Ben Stiller, Bruce Almighty with Jim Carrey, sets to direct some scenes from Changeling with Angelina Jolie. Now take a look at where we're headed, or should I say when we're headed. We're going to take a trip back to the future into Courthouse Square, which became the town of Hill Valley in a number of time periods, and even alternative time periods in the Back to the Future trilogy with Michael J. Fox. Also, this is Rutherford Falls, the title location, Rutherford Falls, for that series, Rutherford Falls. We got 2 seasons of that streaming on Peacock with Ed Helms, Janice Meating, and Firestarter's Michael Greyeyes. And now we're going to hear from Doc Brown himself, Christopher Lloyd, and the co-writer, co-producer of the Back to the Future films, Bob Gale.
Back to the Future, baby.
City Hall?
It was actually the back lot of the Courthouse Square.
I was up there for a while. Of course, I had a table.
Courthouse Square became Hill Valley for They became more Buffalo, New York for Bruce Almighty, and Hill Valley in what was at the time the far up distant year 2015 for 1989's Back to the Future Part 2. We're now taking a trip down New York Street. Everyone you see to the left, this marquee, the theater with a marquee, yeah. For those 1985 scenes in Quantum Leap, we had like a fantasy double feature playing at that theater. There of The Goonies and St. Elmo's Fire. Later, these sets became 1990s Framingham, Massachusetts for the Ted series. We had a double feature there of Rudy and Demolition Man. But now, live from New York, or New York Street, and almost live and on Wednesday morning, here's my co-host, Jimmy Fallon.
Hey everyone, welcome to New York. I got my start right here in New York on Saturday Night Live. This is actually my old neighborhood. Once got mugged over there. An old woman, tough lady. This is my favorite hot dog guy. Hey buddy, how's it going? Remember me? No. Just like old times. Gotta love New York City. Hey, I'm walking here. It's cool, guys. I was just walking there. So it's not exactly New York, but a lot of times when you see New York in the movies, it was shot right here on the Universal Metro sets. If you can make it here.
It's the original King Kong that made me want to direct movies. I saw that movie on TV when I was about 8 or 9 years old, and that's an experience. So you're going to have your glasses ready. Don't put them on yet, but just have them in your hand because we're about to return to Skull Island. The Universal tram is winding its way through a very rough, narrow trail in Skull Island, allowing the visitors a little sneak peek at some of the wildlife of Skull Island. In a sense, this is like a mini sequel, a mini continuation. We are just taking the Kong and Skull Island and the dinosaurs that we established in our feature film.
Folks, that adventure awaits us. Please hold on to your personal belongings, Brittany's.
We were now asked to wear our 3D glasses. This is my favorite and I think the best part of this studio tour. Go ahead and watch this.
Wow! Wow! It's so good! King Kong!
And John Belushi. 2015 vehicles from 1989's Back to the Future Part 2, like the hover-converted pink Edsel. And now we're going to go to the distant past with these Stone Age vehicles from the 1994 live-action Flintstones movie. Here's another car that doesn't need roads, the flying Muggle Ford Anglia from Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, a Nissan Skyline from Too Fast, Too Furious. Oh, some Jurassic vehicles like a gyrosphere from Jurassic World directed by Colin Trevorrow, a couple of vehicles from Jordan Peele movies, the Fry's Electronics van from Nope, and the Crawdaddy Speedboat from Us. Here's some military vehicles from the Transformers movie, and coming up on the right, a Jeep Wrangler Sahara, also featured in Jurassic World, And coming up ahead, we got some props, picture cars, and other items that have been featured in some of Steven Spielberg's Jurassic Park Island in a terrifying scene from The Lost World Jurassic Park. Actually, for this scene, the van was right here on the Universal front lot. It was dangling from a parking structure, which was dressed to look like a towering cliff on a remote island. And everybody, we are under attack by a couple of angry spitting Dilophosaurs, or Dilophosaurs. There's a Dilophosaur eye. No sign yet of the Spinosaurus, except on the left, here's the Spinosaurus. And earlier this year, Jurassic World Dominion, directed again by Colin Trevorrow, went roaring into theaters and made over $1 billion at the box office. Only one other movie did that this year. There was a Top Gun Maverick this year so far. Again, Way of Water's kind of coming. So, more Jurassic Adventures could be coming in the future. No official word yet, but don't be surprised. Anyway, earlier I was talking about this idea that the world is just around the corner on the back lot. Ahead of us here is Old Essex. Also, I understand there is a flash flood warning in effect for Old Mexico. In the storm, everybody grab your thunder buddy, because we got some rain. This isn't too bad. I think we can handle this, except wait a minute. Hey, does anybody happen to hear a low rumbling sound off in the distance? Uh-oh. On the left, it looks like a flash flood. And it's heading straight for the tram. Take cover. I was playing a trick on you back there. The rain is coming from a set of sprinklers above the tram. The flooding is the result of thousands of gallons of recycled water coming from tanks at the top of the hill. Here's the flooding effect in Big Fat Liar with Frankie Muniz, Amanda Vines, and Paul Giamatti. And now we're going to cross a border from Old Mexico into the Old West. Ahead of us is a Western filming Salvation or Bust. These sets also appear in the Sony Pictures production of Quentin Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, with Academy Award winners Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt, and Cobb Vanth himself, Timothy Olyphant. Recently, a showdown took place here.
Big enough for the both of us, Jimmy Fallon.
Well, I ain't going anywhere, Jimmy Fallon.
Dito lang pala yung mga yun.
Now look here. The nice folks in this tram don't want no trouble. They just want to check out 6 Points, one of the oldest sets on the Universal Line.
The majority of our 36 sound stages are on the front lot. The majority, not all of them. We also have a growing number of backlot sound stages, some of which are here to the left. They are currently used for production of The Voice. They were also used for another music-based reality series on NBC, American Song Contest, hosted by Snoop Dogg and Kelly Clarkson. And our tour is now approximately at the halfway mark. So I just want to remind everybody of the ABC series Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Also the South of France for those credit card commercials with the 3 generations of guys named Leon, where Leon, the first of them all, goes to the south of France and calls himself Leon. These sets also appear as The Afterlife in the NBC series The Good Place, with Consumer Cellular's Ted Danson as Michael and Kristen Bell as the late Eleanor Shellstrop.
You, Eleanor Shellstrop, are dead. This location, the afterlife, come on. I've never ever seen this. You're in the good place.
I'm not supposed to be here. I can't risk going to the bad place.
Maybe it's not all that bad.
How can I help you?
What is the bad place like?
Well, it doesn't sound awesome.
Rains or Claude Rains' voice. That is also the south of France for those credit card commercials. And coming up ahead here is a house which was custom built right here back around 2012 for the reality series The Home and Family Show, which airs on the Hallmark Channel. And this house is an example of a practical set. It has a complete interior and exterior, kind of like a real house. And since Home and Family wrapped up their final episodes, we've been using the house for some scripted shows like Never Have I Ever on Netflix, and also Season 1 of Bel Air on Peacock. It'll be appearing in Season 2 as well. And now we have this open stage ahead of us, Stage 50. Inside is a set which is a recreation of a Northern California Bay Area subway station. Well, we're in here.
He looks very upset.
I told you to go behind his eyes.
Because of the FBI?
Yeah. Here's
Some maps of the Bay Area subway station system on the wall. They were replaced temporarily with Washington, D.C. maps when we did the project. Whoa! Okay, that's one of our little California tremors which we get all the time. I mean, I said, well, hang on, this could be the difference. On the left is the escaping in the county. Your seats and stand by for on the right corner, lots of it too. And that's at this earthquake, the big one. Here's what the effect looks like in the bonus episode. Earthquake. There's our shark, and wait a minute. Wait, this shark doesn't look 25 feet long. It's more like 14 or 15 feet. You know, these fishermen, they do tend to sometimes exaggerate the truth. They're all, I got one that was this big. What they should be saying is, look at the big fin of the water. Everyone look at that. There's a fin of the water. Wait a minute, there's a shark. He's heading for the police diver. We gotta warn him. Yeah, red thingy, move into the green thingy. Sir, you gotta get back on the boat before we're too late. And the shark has got him. What do we do? Help, police! Oh, wait, you are the police. Everyone, please remain seated at all times as we make our way across the dock. I think our boys have caught the wrong shark. The real Jaws is still out there somewhere. Our only hope now will be if he takes the bait attached to the yellow buoy in the harbor. He's taking the bait. He's taking the pier. On the right, look out. I know the big plastic shark looks kind of phony up close, but he's much more reliable than was Bruce, the mechanical star of the movie Jaws.
That's a much maligned shark. The shark was frustrated. It didn't really work. It didn't work hardly at all.
In case you're wondering, Bruce the shark from Jaws was named after Steven Spielberg's attorney. And these Amity Island sets also became the town of Cabot Cove, Maine, for the television series Murder, She Wrote, starring the late great Dame Angela Lansbury as Jessica Fletcher, the daring author detective and strange brew. And our 2020's Quantum Leap has been filming here to the left on Colonial Street, which was once also Wisteria Lane on ABC's Desperate Housewives.
If there is one thing everyone in suburbia can appreciate, it's a good neighbor.
These sets also appear in Never Have I Ever. So for Quantum Leap, you might remember Al Calavici, played by Dean Stockwell on the original Quantum Leap. Well, in the new show, Al has passed away. Is the late guess a little memorial tribute to the late Dean Stockwell. He lives on through his daughter Janice, played by Georgina Riley. Janice lives in this blue house coming up on the right here, and then 2 doors down, there's another house here to the right, a light brown house with beige trim, home to Al's widow Beth, played by Susan Deal. So these houses are just 1 door down from each other here. However, on the Quantum Leap show, they make it appear that Susan and Janice and Beth, rather, are living in 2 completely different neighborhoods. There's a house coming up ahead of us here, which was the title location for the recent NBC series Abby's with Natalie Morales, which used to film with a live audience placed on the asphalt lot that you're going to see behind the house here. So the Abby's house is the one coming up here on the right. On that show, Abby, played by Natalie Morales, was operating a bar out of the back of her house, maybe with or without the proper liquor licenses. You can also see Colonial Street in music videos such as All Star by Smash Mouth and It's a Beautiful Day by Michael Bublé. And it was a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Dilemma music video here. I mentioned the Desperate Housewives. Tom Hulse and Stephen First shot a scene from Animal House around some of these sets. And that trim there, number 43, wasn't always number 43. It was once 1313, as in 1313 Mockingbird Lane, home to the Munster family in the 60s sitcom The Munsters with Fred Gwynn and Devon DiCarlo. We are approximately 15 minutes from the end of the tour, and we'll be returning to the theme park shortly. Remember to pull the emergency cord if you need assistance, and remain seated at all times. Now we're going to be leaving the suburban areas of the lot here, like Colonial Street and Wisteria Lane. Colonial Street is Wisteria Lane, also Elm Street, the Chicken Ranch, with Amity. We're heading up what's called Nice. It was being driven by Marion Crane, played by Janet Leigh. And Marion was looking for a place to stay and maybe take a shower. Her final destination. And there's the Ford Fairlane, parked next to the motel that features.
We have 12 vacancies. 12 cabins, 12 vacancies.
And we're going to head up to the house now, the way Vera Miles is doing here in a scene from the film.
Gusto ko panoorin yan. Hindi ko pa napapanood.
Airplane crash site is perfectly set. It's all designed around
When first began to sit down and talk about the world, I thought, what if the 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood? Because it's just something you don't see.
You're doing good. You're doing good. Keep listening. Listen, listen. I want you to close your eyes, okay? Got them closed? Robbie, get in.
And Universal has been fortunate to work with generation-defining directors like Alfred Hitchcock and Steven Spielberg, and now we are thrilled to partner with Academy Award winner Jordan Peele. In just a moment, we'll be taking you to Jupiter's Claim, the actual sets from his new sci-fi thriller Nope, which stars Daniel Kaluuya, Keke Palmer, and Stephen Young. Welcome to Jupiter's Claim. To tell you about the set, here's Mr. Jordan Peele.
Movie magic only happens when a team of collaborators in nostalgic, small-time Southern California amusement park owned by former child star Ricky Juke Park. Over there, look into the winking well and have your picture taken just like the kids in that old 90s movie Kid Share. That's what this whole place is loosely based on. Remember that one? No? Live. A little further down, you can see the brand new Star Lasso experience. Built to showcase an unbelievable new live show. It's not looking so live now. Anyway, behind this Hollywood fantasy, the gold rush frontier town lies a sinister secret. It is smack dab in the center of a European hotspot. What's a bad miracle? You're about to find out.
think we're going to follow that advice and get out. Anyway, I was just saying, oh yeah, the Dodge Charger you saw, it turns out the owner is Dominic Toretto, one of those Fast and Furious street racers. Also, somebody on the tram is a witness from the Federal Protection Program being pursued by the international criminal mastermind Owen Shaw, who's going to be after us as well. We have been instructed, ordered by Agent Luke Hobbs of the U.S. Diplomatic Security Services to hide out here in Sullivan Truck Repair, a known street racer party hangout. According to Agent Hobbs, though, this is the safest place for us. We are going to lay low. Oh, we got some cool cars here on the left. I've never seen a tow truck like that before in my life. And I hear he likes to think of it as a Mona Lisa on wheels. A little further ahead is this assault vehicle, and ahead of us it does sound like there's a party going on somewhere, and we're gonna get some more info. Hey, here's Roman, everybody.
My name is Roman Pierce. Pleased to meet you. My buddy Hobbs asked us to stash you in Shaw for a while, so we brought you in our secret spot.
Alright, look guys, we're gonna keep Shaw from finding you, but to keep you safe, we need your help. We don't want the syndicate tracking us here, so put away your cameras and turn off your cell phones. One flash or one ringtone could give us away.
I need y'all to take this real serious.
Okay, pull into the next bay and we'll meet you in there.
That was Letty Ortiz with Roman Pierce. I can't believe this. I can't believe that Roman has invited us to join his party. So, Rose, you want to go to the real party? And they're assembling for a swinging raid. They'll be expecting me. I'll see you all a little later. What are you doing? No, you can't make her run off like that. Oh, no, you can't. Oh, yes, you can, because FBI.
This is what we're doing. This is the race day after party, and what are the other?
Roman Pierce, FBI, don't move.
Bill?
That's right, party's over.
You know how long I took to iron this shirt, man? I'm not...
You're under arrest right now.
Ladies, just back up a little bit. Got it. It's lightweight.
First of all, I don't work for you. Oh, really? Well, tell me, Roman, who do you work for?
We don't work for nobody. I suggest you clear out of here, otherwise we can't guarantee your safety.
Guarantee my safety? I'm the one holding the gun.
Yeah, but mine's a whole lot bigger than yours. Escort this novice out.
Let's go, Cookie Puss.
You got an ugly suit on, man. It's cheap.
Somebody out there really pissed off Shaw. It's gonna get ugly fast.
Yeah, don't worry. Lucky for you, our whole family will protect you.
Are you kidding me, Roman? You didn't shut off your phone, bro?
I gotta call you back. I'm in the middle of something.
See what I'm talking about?
Call you back. It was on vibrate.
Shaw traced us. Ops can't hold him forever. Letty, Roman, we're up. Driver, move that vehicle.
It's about to get real interesting.
Okay, Don, we're moving on right now.
Mona Lisa's all warmed up right next door.
Roman truck. I need you and Letty ready to roll.
At this time, everybody, put on those protective glasses. Put the glasses on now, and remember, no cameras or cell phones. We don't want...
Way to go, Letty. Not gonna happen.